Alrighty. How we doing, boys and girls? Welcome in. Good morning. It's quite dark in here, isn't it, still? It's dark outside. Maybe I need another light on. Hang on. Sorry, I haven't checked my camera. No, that one. That's a little bit more illuminated. That's still not great, is it? It's just dark. That's what winter will do. That's what winter will do. Slightly shorter stream today, boys and girls. I'm going to apologise that in advance. I am going to the mother and father-in-law's place today. We have agreed to help them chop down trees and do woodwork and, you know, be adults. So that's going to get in the way of my playing video games. A little bit of a shorter stream today, but I wanted to dive in and just try to just assess the situation. I caved, right? I caved and I had to wood chopper OnlyFans, easy now. I caved and I used all of my rep tokens, and I got my main character to just before 14. I think 13.9 or something like that is what I got his rep to. So all in all, we sort of squeezed out. I don't quite know where the maths has gone wrong there. Maybe I did something silly with using how I use the tokens. I don't know. But we managed to get ourselves up to basically Renown 14. A 1 bar situation. A 1 bar situation is all we are missing now to get Dream Wardens to 14. But it does mean that, you know, we're a little bit further ahead than we would have been if we just did it on our main character from the word go. I told you the other day if anything was going to get you OnlyFans views as a guy, it would be that. Well, yeah, we'll see. Although there is that Canadian chick on YouTube Shorts to compete with.
Hello there.
Hey, what the YouTube algorithm is serving you is clearly different to what it's serving me. But sure, either way. How are we doing, Speak and Spell? Welcome in. Good morning. Good morning. I was thinking about this a little bit, and something creeped into my brain, which I wish I hadn't thought of, and now I can't unthink it. It's that in 2 days, I have practically finished the new zone on 2 characters in 2 days. And this is content that was meant to last us almost a year. If this is the last major content patch, if we are not getting another full 10.3, we're only going to get fated seasons, raids, and this sort of stuff. The likelihood of another new zone is slim to none. And I've practically finished the zone twice in 2 days. I was like, oh. And I was thinking, a lot of the side quests don't go anywhere, do they? I hadn't really put 2 and 2 together, but a lot of the side quests don't lead to anything in the Emerald Dream, which I think is a shame. You often expect side quests. I mean, look how poor my map looks now. Oh, a couple of world quests to do though. You know, you tend to think that you go and do a bunch of side quests, and that'll hopefully lead you towards... Why is it asking me to do the snore thing again? Green Dream Team. Why am I getting that one again?
Life is all around us. Wander where you will.
Why am I getting that quest again?
The call of the wild. Find your own trail.
Hello?
Dream beneath the trees. Rest until you awaken.
Okay. I don't know why I've got that quest again.
Walk gently.
I did that one yesterday. Did that not... do we have... Oh, we do have a dream infusion. Give me the mount then.
Heal and grow.
Yoink. Starting the stream with a new mount again. Happy. Some of the quests from the beta weren't available on the patch release, so maybe they'll add more side quests as the patch goes on. But there was only one that I can discernibly think of, and it was the one up here somewhere. Although you'll get, you know, there's a couple more chapters of the campaign. You'll get a smidge of new stuff with the campaign, and there's a couple of side quests that are unlocked via that campaign, but still doesn't particularly lead to much. Even the cavern, for example, you did some side quests and that led you to the little snail mini game that you go and do daily, and you level up your reputation with the snail dude, and then eventually you get yourself a snail mount after a while. I don't know what I'm going to do for 353 days. I was looking at all the things, and I'm after 2 days now. I would want to point out here that I have, yes, been hardcore grinding for 2 days, but I now have seemingly very little other than RNG drops to chase. And I'm like, oh, okay, I better get into Mythic Plus or raiding or something, because sheesh, I might have accidentally completed 12 months worth of content twice in 2 days. I hope that's not the case. I hope that's not the case. I hope they have something planned for 10.2.5. Did we get, actually, this is a good question. I literally stepped into the studio this morning and turned the stream straight on. I've not checked anything. Did we get a 10.2.5 announcement yesterday? I don't think we did, right? PTR will be live for 10.2.5 next week. Is that actually a thing, or is that just, you know? Because I'll be interested to see what's coming in a 0.5 patch. What do they have planned that's content worthy enough for a 0.5 patch? It was supposed to go live this week, but it was delayed. Maybe because on patch day they were desperately trying to fix the seeds. Maybe that caused them a touch of issues.
Druids of the flame have set fire to the bound. Help those trapped within.
Dryad fire drill, drenching orb acquired, optional. Where's a drenching orb? I don't think I saw a drenching orb. Flames extinguished. This doesn't look right. Isn't this place meant to be on fire? I thought this place was meant to be on fire. Maybe not. Let's go and have a little bit of a look. 10.2.5 could have BFA legacy scaling time walking. They also said there'd be a fated season, so that means 10.2.7 after that. Yeah, they've clearly got something planned. There doesn't seem to be an actual world quest down here. That's just one of the marks. Has anybody tried to do this morning? Rewards a gigantic dream seed, so I'm definitely intrigued in doing it. The more chances of mounts I can get my hands on, the better. There seems to be nothing in here. I suspect that this was meant to phase into an area with fire and flames to extinguish and trapped dryads to rescue. But it seems to have not. Well, let's give it the benefit of the doubt and run all the way through it and see what's going on. You don't seem very trapped. At least it means that if we've absolutely zugged all of the content in a couple of days, then we can focus a bit more on gold making sort of stuff, I suppose. Arthur Tradewind. Gruff Rune Totem. Nothing in here seems to scream World Quest. Maybe it's bugged. Maybe it's broken. Oh, well, Fruit Face is here. What do you have for me? Magic Wand, Tricksters, Triptos. Is there actually... Where'd he go? Huh? Where'd he go? What? Oh, this zone is confusing me. This is confusing me. Where did he go? Slumbering Dream Fragments. Nope, they were not implemented. Okay. This area doesn't seem to want to do what I would expect it to do. Let's peace out and try again. Maybe you just found the first bug in WoW. Yep. I hit Renown 13. I'm a slither away from Renown 14. I think actually if I'd have been slightly smart about how I used my rep tokens, if I'd been a little bit more, because I just clicked on my rep tokens, and then after I did it, I was like, I could have probably gamed that a little bit better. I think if you use your rep tokens conservatively until you get to like 9.9, and then use a big 2,500 token, it will double to 5,000, which basically gives you an entire extra renown, which I think I probably didn't do. So you could probably actually, if you were to mathematically do it properly, you could probably be almost 15. I think I just scuffed it, if I'm honest. Why are you farming the high renown? Do we even get anything? Why the rush? I'm doing it to get it done. I don't enjoy renown farms. I don't enjoy rep grinds historically. And so doing it in the more optimal way at the beginning when it was easy to do and everybody else was also doing it, making it more simplistic. I was doing it to get it done is the honest answer. If you were to just level one character through the zones, you'd be at like renown, I don't know, 8 now. So realistically, I'm twice as far, and it means the grind won't last anywhere near as long. That's the theory for me. Okay, let's assume that world quest doesn't work. Let's see if we can find this one.
This new foe is too powerful to face alone. Gather what forces you can find and remove this threat.
It doesn't look that problematic. Hang on, you also don't seem to be... You have a quest icon on your head, but you don't seem to be... Okay, now we can talk to you.
Awaits you.
There's definitely some phasing things going on.
May your life be long.
Right, you're here to help. What are you helping with? Searing Sun Crow Slain, okay. Pew pew. Avarice Flamebeak Slain, okay. Pew pew. For me personally, for Renown 20, so I can buy the seeds instead of farming them. Well, there's a possibility that will become a thing, yeah. Although I would say that now that the patch has gone live and we've started to see just how the balancing of seed acquisition is, getting gigantic seeds or a handful of gigantic seeds each week is not going to be that difficult. I should probably fly around and I should use all of my plump dream seeds to try and get the pets as quickly as possible. I don't think that's going to be problematic at all. And your small dream seeds, I don't really know what your incentive for using the small dream seeds is, other than maybe you maybe you use the small dream seeds long term just to get your, I don't know, weekly 5 accredited dream seed quest or something. It's nice to get these bigger treasures, though, because I can tell I'm flying around the zone being one of the only people able to even see these extra treasures. Never mind pick them up. I'm spotting them all over the place. Oh, hang on.
All paths begin
Oh!
in the dream.
Okay. Why are these fish in the air? Is that planned? Is that a thing? Lots of fish in the air. Oh. Okay. Small seeds are a good way to blast the weekly on alts easier. They're easier to acquire. Yeah. Although if you're chipping off even the basics, the plump ones are pretty straightforward and all. I think now is the time, now that I've done the Renown grind on my main, now's the time to start looking at having, now we start looking at, like, getting a bunch of alts in here and doing the basics on the alts to just maximize our dream seeds, to maximize our chances at the pets and stuff. Fenbis of the Burning Sea slain. Who are you and where are you? This world quest zone seems massive. Oh, over this way. Well, that was a lucky guess, wasn't it? That was a lucky guess. Thanks, map. Right. Small seeds are good to blast weekly, yeah. What did you do the other day to cheese the PvP weekly? You can often find groups on the public group finder that will allow... That basically all it is it becomes just a farm fiesta on the graveyard over by the... just north of the Lush Dream Crag. There's a graveyard there where everybody just farms each other. You want to make, you know, obviously you're going to die a few times in the process, but PvP is PvP, you know. Or you could be real scumbag and try your hardest to sort of stay directly under the platform where you can still sort of sneak some progress to it. Where is these searing sun crows then? I'm not seeing any of these. I'm seeing flying fish though. And now I'm hitting what it considers as the edge of the world quest area. Okay. Oh. They're falling from the sky. Is this maybe where we need to do you? Let me fly on you. And we pew pew them out the air. Okay. Do they just have a respawn time of a week? Is this the problem? 6. Oh, no. You escaped. 7. Okay. This is the state of affairs then, is it? Got it. Ninja'd it. On the same quest right now. I can't wait to finish. Yeah, this is probably it, right? Everybody has done the same thing. They've zerged the zone in 2 days, and now everybody's like, new world quests, must complete world quests. And everybody's doing the same ones. 11, I need one more. Go on, one more Flappy Bird. One more Flappy Bird, I seize you. I seize you. Get wrecked. Okay. Okay, so this one seems to be busted. Emerald Friend. Oh, well, so much for that parachute then. Stupid game. So much for that parachute. Okay. Okay. Note to self, do not trust parachutes in the future. Does the PvP weekly have to be completed in the Emerald to get the Emerald rep? Assume it's still picked up in Draken. Yes. Yes, yes, yes. It is a PvP quest focused on the new zone. So, yeah. Oh, hang on. The wife is calling. Please hold. Will you get lucky and get sushi? No, she's in Sweden. She's in a different country. She was just letting me know that the plane is, you know, doing plane things correctly. So, no sushi, unfortunately, no. Oh. The frenzy's gone. God, I seem to be having negative luck so far today. Holy smoke. Reef Breaker. Where are you then? I guess we do a rope, right? What do we do now we have a rope? We go and attach the rope to him. Did you end up getting pizza yesterday? I didn't, no. I went and made myself some pasta. Oh god, how many ropes are you going to have to attach to this dude? This is going to be a rare that's going to be mighty annoying to kill in future expansions, isn't it? When you've got to do all the ropes yourself. Woof. Just hit Renown 18, so I'm coasting. Still have World Quest clear to finish. Then World Quest reset tomorrow. Feeling good. The grind's been enjoyable, to say the least. You've hit 18 already. How the Christ on a bicycle have you hit 18 already? Hope to hit 20 soon. 1.5 World Quest clears to go. Passive seed farming. You're doing every World Quest on the map and you're doing all the seed farming. Even that can't amount up to... How? What? Yeah, who now? I haven't even hit 14 yet and I thought I was doing it sweaty. Made a seed plumber farm group for about 9 hours earlier. The gains were disgusting. Damn. Why am I taking so much damage and why can I not stop taking so much damage? You only get 25 rep per seed after the first 5 or something? No. Try 5 rep per seed. It's not even that good. Have you done the burning out quest? It's not possible yet. If you've got, this isn't actually on your map. This means you've got an add-on that's showing you that this quest is a thing. BTW quest is showing you that that's a quest, and it's not. You can't do it yet. I mean, I thought there was me being relatively sweaty on the rep grind situation, but then maybe not. Maybe not. This is one thing you should always learn with this game. Doesn't matter how much planning or preparation or effort you put in, somebody will always come along and make you look foolish. Every time. Absolutely every time. No water left in his body after that much sweat. Yeah. Okay. So for me, could obviously, in theory, just go around planting seeds like an absolute crazy person for hours on end. For 5 rep a go. But, sheesh. I kind of want to get to 14, though. Like, being this close to 14 but not 14 is kind of annoying. I can't possibly think about farming up an additional 10,000 rep on top of that to get to 18. That's actually mental. Or 15,000 rep to get to 20. Did they buff the seed farming rep? Got 20, not the 5 that it was yesterday. Have they changed it again? Have they actually changed it again? Do we need to go plant a seed and find out? Have they genuinely changed it again? I was getting 0, 10, or 20 earlier this morning. Hello? Contribute 50 seeds to the Emerald Bounty. Oh, fair. You can get 5 or 10 with the random doubling. Double if you have the Alliance rep buff bonus. Oh, so are people... Surely not. Are people deliberately trying to keep their reputation as low as under 10? Are people doing nothing but farming the seeds up until 10 and then doing it? That's another level of sweat, that is. Alt up to 10... then do nothing but seed farms. How you get the seeds to do the seed farms at that point, I don't know. But maybe you just do, I don't know. Alt up to 10. Nothing but seed farming. As far as you can possibly get. So you're getting the double on... Jesus. BOE farming drops a lot. You can farm a couple of 100 an hour. Sheesh. The world does surprise me. Welcome in, Sam, by the way. Another early morning. I say early morning, it's nearly 1 PM. A lot of people abuse the fuck out of 2 exploits to get to 20. This game, man. This game. Good old exploits. There was a 1 macro exploit and the other was faction changing after completing the campaign to reset it. What? Faction changing after completing the campaign to reset the whole campaign so you can go do it all again and get all the tokens again. Wow. Wow. That is on another level sweaty. Reputation with the Dream Wardens increased by 5. I got sent some pretty disgusting clips. Lord. Unbelievable. Okay. Frenzy time. What renown am I at? Nearly 14. I'm like less than a bar away from 14. A couple of world quests would get me to 14. That might be where I stay at. The macro one was to get to 2450 max in Renown 9 and then put all your reputation tokens into a macro and click it once to get all of them with the 200% bonus. So in other words, yeah, they just straight up copy pasted the broken code from last patch and re-implemented an exploit that they'd already fixed. Yeah, that's genius, that is. Yeah, we were talking about this yesterday. We suspected that something like that might be a thing. And it clearly was. Did you clear world quests yet? I'm not cleaning the map of world quests. I'm sweaty. I'm not that sweaty. I'm not cleaning world quests for 16 rep a time. I was not going to go that far. Although I could, and I should, because I still need the 10,000 World Quest achievement, so I'm going to have to get that somehow at some point. I know Zan already knows better, but he's not going. He should not share the clips. Please do not share the clips. For anybody asking. Let's wake him up, kill some more, kill some more, kill some more. For educational purposes only. I mean, I was making a joke about how this patch was a complete copy-paste of last patch. I didn't think it'd be a copy-paste down to the exact same reputation exploits being copy and pasted into the game again. That's just, that's outrageous at that point. That's the real bonus of the 3-day head start. You get the earliest. Yeah, you get to use the exploits as well. You can pay $40 to use the exploits 3 days early in the new expansion, yeah, before they're all hot fixed out. Oh, it's funny because it's true. That's the real benefit. Now we're talking benefits. Oi, stop hopping on my ass. Yeah, the problem I find is that I agree that there's unlikely to ever really be strong repercussions for people that do that sort of stuff. This is the issue. I think Blizzard are way too soft with their ban hammer nowadays. Like, you know, sure, you'll catch a few people, right? But if somebody clearly put all of their things in a macro, no, and then got up to a certain point, you were clearly abusing a known exploit. There's no other way to sugarcoat it. Like, the likelihood of you accidentally doing that just because you thought it'd be you know, the likelihood of you accidentally doing it is less than zero. And if Blizzard were to look at that and just go, yeah, it's a straight permaban, boom, get fucked. I think it would be, they would be abused a lot less. But most people know nowadays that the repercussions of utilising one of these are so slim that you're almost a fool not to, which is a terrible, terrible, terrible situation. Where's this treasure? Is that's going to be the one that's in the cave, innit? I'm not rooting around in the cave for that. Nope. Maybe I do some world quests just to hit 14. Maybe we do goblin things and we just hunt down like races and the gold ones. I mean, there is like 5k gold on the map. We could just go clear the gold ones out. How far am I from 14? 375. I need to do like 5 or 6 world quests. 5 or 6 world quests will get it done. Let's fly back to Valdrakken then. I just want to get this dude to 14. I feel so awkward being this close to 14, but not actually. If you're just absolutely spamming seed farms, like, you're not actually doing anything wrong at that point, because, you know, you complete the seed farm, you get the reputation that Blizzard has coded into the game for the seed farm. It's not anything exploitative to do it as many times. It's deliberately meant to be a repeatable activity in the first place. But like macroing in saving all of your rep tokens, macroing them all together, getting to 9.5 and then pressing the button to slingshot your way to 18 is clearly an exploit, right? Clearly an exploit. No, there's no other way to look at it other than, oh, well, it's clearly an exploit. So, yeah. It's just disappointing to me that they've done it again. This is the most ridiculous thing for me more than anything else. So they've done it again. It's wild. Also, Super Bloom's up. That's a good point, actually. We should probably go do the Super Bloom on another character. Somehow Blizzard didn't expect people to farm the infinite farm. Yeah, how? Like, how would they even come to that conclusion that people wouldn't do all of the one-time stuff and then not grind out whatever's considered, you know, 100% grindable? Who's my scribe nowadays? Oh my god, it's my mage. Remove rewards, roll them back to Renown 1. Have fun grinding world quests. Quick question. What would you suggest to do with a limited 5 hours a day because of work to make gold? So that my 2 days off aren't just gold farming. Buy tokens. I hate saying that, but that is the way you should do it. Like that, there's nothing. If you have a limited playtime because you have a life, if you have a limited playtime because you have a life, you absolutely should just take $20 that of your salary and turn it into gold and completely forget about gold making. 100% completely forget about gold making. If you've got all the time in the world and nothing else really particular to spend it on, then you can look at doing some things to make some gold. 15 to 25k raw gold an hour in the new zone with the BOE's farm. I mean, that will either get hotfixed. I'm not really a fan of promoting that sort of stuff, as you probably already know. There's quests actually I need to do for the Super Bloom, aren't there?
It is good to see you.
Stop running away!
Together. Thank you for your time.
I probably need to make sure before I go too far with this that I at least pick up the weekly quests on this dude. That one. We'll come and do the zone properly in a minute, but or maybe not on this dude. Let's grab you, let's grab you, let's just grab all of the quests because I can't remember which ones are important and which ones are not. And then we'll go do the Super Bloom.
In purpose. Be bold. Be true.
Grab whatever you've got to say. There's another quest over here.
Speak or go.
So be it.
Right, let's go do the Super Bloom. Where have they gone? Where have they gone? This way. The most recent video on my YouTube channel is basically a small little overview of what options there are in 10.2 from a goal making perspective. But to anybody that's on a strictly limited play time, even, you know, even the supposed 15 to 25k an hour, like farming, when you consider if you're on a limited time, and you don't want to spend your 2 days off a week entirely farming gold, Blizzard have designed it this way. Unfortunately, Blizzard have deliberately designed it this way. You are much better off taking $20 out your pocket and spending it that way. 400,000 gold right now. To farm 400,000 gold is going to take you a long time. Alternatively, to acquire that amount of gold without much initial setup. Did you see that? Yeah, the interview Mr. GM did was good at shining some light on that. I've not actually watched the full interview. But yes, work orders are here to stay by the sounds of things. The new crafting system is here to stay. Of which overall I'm very happy with. I was very concerned that they were going to make this a one and done thing and just like do a 180 and scrap it. I'm glad they're keeping, you know, they're going to do a 2.0 version of at least some of it, which is nice. I just hope that they do actually genuinely take the constructive criticism that's been thrown their way and do something with it.
Will fill you with power and seeds.
14k profit average per week for each of my 10 Dracothists according to my spreadsheet. Yeah, if you've got 10 alts, you could set up Dracothists on all of them if you have profession slots. There's lots of options. I put forward 10 options in my most recent video. There should be something in there for most everybody. Of course, with the patch actually now being out and live, there's probably a couple of small things that have creeped in. Obviously, apparently a new BOE farm, for example, which will be popular for a while. Next week we're going to see the raid open up, and with that will come more opportunities as well. The only thing I wished happened would be a rollback of the shared auction house. I mean, that's never happening. I mean, it would. It is more likely to go further to being fully region-wide than it is to ever being rolled back in that regard. There's no chance they're ever going back on that decision. I've had my suspicions that towards the end of this expansion, we might see everything go region-wide. Armor, pets, mounts, the whole lot. But now what they seem to be doing with warbands is going to give people practically the ability to consider the auction house just one anyway. Because if you... It's still not necessarily... When you go to the auction house, you're still only going to see the prices for your realms. But if you are very specifically looking for something, you will be able to acquire it from another server, put it in your warband bank, for example, and then claim it on your main, is what it sounds to be. Maybe they're choosing to do it this way so that those that really want to take advantage of the prices on other realms have a way to do it, but without the complexity of like completely rebuilding the auction house again. Maybe that was like a compromise. Who knows? I'm going to try and set up order halls on my toons for gold while I'm at work, but do you think order halls are still worth as far as gold goes? I look at it from the perspective of that a single token is 400k right now. How much time is it going to take you in-game to acquire 400k? If anything under 40k an hour, like this is for me personally, but anything under 40k an hour starts to become just like, why would you choose to do that? Like, if it takes you more than 10 hours of active gold making to generate a single month worth of game time, I don't think it's really of that much value to do it. Now, obviously, if you've got more than 10 hours free time, sure. But even 20k gold an hour is still 20 hours of farming, which is practically an hour a day. If you at an hour a day for 20 days, for, you know, it's a lot. It's an awful lot. It really is an awful lot. And I try my best nowadays to not kind of oversell. And I think for most people, when you do the simple napkin maths on it, most in-game forms of goal making currently are just a terrible decision. Absolutely terrible decision. Because you'll end up spending more gold trying to make... And this was one of my big things for content creation going, you know, when I, you know, for the beginning of Shadowlands. You saw this at the end of BFA. You saw so many people grinding their ass off for like 10, 15,000 gold an hour to try and get the long boy. And nobody was doing really what I felt anything smart at the time. Nobody was setting up their professions. Nobody was setting up any sort of smart ways of doing things. Everybody was just raw gold farming a Tol Dazar for 15k an hour. But in BFA, there was still, you know, choice. There were still options. Dragonflight, they've really tried to hold down the ways in which you can extract gold from this game easily. At this point, Blizzard have made goal making all or nothing. You're either making millions or you're starving. It's not far from that. It's not far from that. But you can do things to put yourself in a better position for next time round. So say, you know, leveling alts. There's never really a downside, particularly to leveling alts and having access to more characters. Because there's usually something that is limited in what you can do, only gives you a small amount, but is a very high yield activity. Currently, things like Dracothists, where you can take a bit of time, set up alchemy. You can very simply, without too much effort, get the spec you needed for your alchemist. It takes probably no more than an hour once you've done it a couple of times and know exactly what you're doing. But of course, there's the initial setup of it only really becomes valuable when you do it at scale. If you're doing alchemy on like 2 or 3 characters, it's probably not all that worthwhile you're doing. When you start doing it on 10 characters, now we're talking. When you start being able to do it on 20, 30, 40 characters, it starts to make a difference. But you've got to have 20, 30, 40 characters in the first place. That's the... And if you spend all of your time raw gold farming for 10,000 gold an hour, you're arguably not spending the time leveling those alts. That time spent leveling alts, whilst it doesn't return any gold for you straight away, puts you in a really good position further down the line. Well, that's currently how it stands right now. Gold making isn't even easy since you spend a lot of time prior to set up, so it feels like you need to spend 100+ hours where you would work an hour IRL to buy the same amount of gold. But this is what Blizzard wants it to be, right? They want the initial... They are actively trying to make the token as attractive to as many people as possible. You have to do a lot up front to get yourself in a position where you have other options that don't necessarily need to be put your hand in your back pocket. In past expansions, there was always like a nice progression, right? You could start off, you could do some farming. You pick up some herbs, you pick up some ore, you sell it on the auction house. You trade your time for a little bit of materials that you know somebody else wants, and you sell them on. You do that enough to generate enough to be able to start being able to afford leveling up your crafting professions, because once you get your crafting professions, leveling them up might be quite a costly and also sort of timely thing to do. But once you have them leveled up, you are able to do something much quicker, e.g. buy some materials, craft some things, sell it. And that would then be a way to make a little bit more gold in a little bit less time. And then once you've amassed a big amount of gold from doing that multiple times on multiple professions, then you can start looking at sort of like flipping. Right, okay, a new patch is coming. I've made 1 million gold already. How can I use that 1 million gold I've already got as like an investment? What can I buy that might go up in value later? There was always that sort of process, you know, a steady build up, a steady ramp up to what you could slowly do to help eventually put yourself in a position where you can make a lot of gold quite quickly and easily. The point being there is that you are still sort of making progress at every stage. You were slowly building up, and then you'd get, you know, to a nice comfortable position eventually. Blizzard has taken away like the first few steps. So you still have to put all the time and the effort into those first few steps, but you seemingly get nothing out of it. Absolutely nothing out of it. People think Shadowlands Legendaries was gross, that you had to invest 30 million gold to level them up to max. But at least you were getting something out of it at the time. You were having a lot of practice setting up TSM. You were having a lot of practice, you know, on the best times during the day to sell your items, the best times during the week to buy your materials. You were getting a lot of valuable information about how to do things more effectively. Now you've just got no chance, unless you've already got tens of millions of gold and can, you know, heavily scale items very quickly. So like, for example, next week, Dreaming Essence. Dreaming Essence is going to be a market that is only going to be available realistically for those that already have tens of millions of gold. Because They will be very, very expensive in the first week. You know, they will probably be 50 to 100k each, bare minimum, right? 50 to 100k each, bare minimum, at the beginning of next week. That's just what you have to spend to buy the materials to even press the craft button once. And then you got to sell that thing. If you've only got 200k gold, you can only buy 2. And you can only craft 2, and then that's all your gold. And then you have to wait an hour for those to sell, if you can instantly sell the crafted item before you get your gold back. And even then you might make 10, 20, 30% profit. So you've got to do that for like 3 hours straight before you can then actually even craft a third one, so to increase your stock. And it's not easy unless you already have. And if you can take 5 million gold, spend it on materials, craft a bunch of stuff next week, assuming you get the recipe, of course, you might even need to pay 1 million gold for the recipe. Let's say you spend 1 million gold on your recipe. Let's say you then spend 5 million gold on materials. You've spent 6 million gold, which you have to somehow magically have in the first place. You've spent 6 million gold crafting a bunch of stuff. You then can go out and sell it. And let's say after you've sold it all, you get enough profit from selling it that you now have 7 million gold. That means because you had 6 million, you were able to make 1 million. But only because you had 6 million. If you haven't got that 6 million in the first place, you can't even compete. You can't even enter the arena. This is how people who have a lot of gold in the game can multiply the amount of gold that they've got already, and it comes in very, very short windows of opportunity. Wednesday, or reset day next week, Tuesday for NA, Wednesday for EU, will be that day, right? There'll be a handful of people. It won't be many people, maybe 10 across the whole region, right, that will be able to get those patterns quickly, craft a fuckload of them, and then sell them fast enough to all of the diehard people who want their new embellishments or their new enchants or whatever the case may be, whatever the new thing happens to be. But then 3 days down the line, that market will be back to being very, very tight, very, very difficult to play in. It's not easy. It's not easy, but it's not easy by design. Why is the request to hand in here that I can't hand in? That's because he hasn't returned, has he? Here you are. You were returning. Come back to me. Stop running.
Farewell. Another time, perhaps.
$447 veteran gear straight off the bat. Very nice little upgrade. Very nice, very nice. Did we not get the epic bag from that last Super Bloom? They seem to have tuned it to make it significantly more difficult to get the epic bag from the Super Blooms as well, you know. Sheesh. I was only doing the Super Bloom on this character, by the way, because inscription. You know, if I can get the contract, it's cool. The contract's probably not actually worth anything anymore, but it's something that I would like. Quality 2, I like 3. Quality 3 is 600. Okay, yeah, the market on those is donezo anyway, but. Are the enchants region wide or realm? Region wide, yeah. Don't know if Dreaming Essence will be good. Only one of the embellishments are kind of even used for healers. Yeah, the new embellishments are not. They're not as spicy as they were last patch, that's for sure. Started Dragonflight with 70k gold, ended up earning 80 million up until now. At this point, I'm at 5 million with a lot of materials invested. All of them are at profit at the moment. By far the best gold-making expansion that I've ever had. Fair play. Dragonflight launch was actually ridiculous, though. It was crazy, and I really wish I took more advantage of it at the time. But I was so burnt out from sitting at the auction house after Shadowlands that I wanted to go out and play the game. And so I did. And so I did. Not my finest decision. I've had a couple of fat L's this expansion, you know. I need to make sure that's not the case for the next expansion.
Answer the call of the wild.
Interesting.
Life is all around us. Rest until you awaken. Find your own trail.
How am I meant to complete this quest if it won't let me buy? What actually is the quest to do? I don't know. I don't want to be particularly. I didn't mean to start doing the zone for fourth time on another character. I only wanted to come over here for the super bloom for the recipe, or the chance of the recipe. What I do need to do is do my 2. Let's get my Skinners. Give my Skinners a go. I need to repost my auctions actually. Are the PvP recipes at a somewhat reasonable price yet? Or are they still grossly expensive? $30 to $100k for most over on Taran Mill. Okay. I expect they're probably the same then. Frames. There we go. There we go. Hello, game. Let's try that again, shall we? There we go. Oh, now it says I don't have any vigor. Fucking get... Lord have mercy. Am I going to encounter more bugs in 1 hour of streaming? We'll just use our broomstick. It's fine. We'll use the broomstick. Let's double check what some of these new PvP recipes are going for.
This is your time.
Recipes. Leatherworking. Uncollected. Woo! Still 40k plus. 40, 50k a piece for these still. Damn. Spicy. What about me jewel crafting recipes? Where's jewel crafting on my list? Square holders. 120k still for these. 150k. Lord have. You are you are not going to be. You're not going to be creating enough and selling enough of these to generate that kind of profit, I don't think. Verdant combatants. The amulets are down in the amulets are down to 1,000 gold apiece, and there's 1 billion of them. They're still quite expensive for the actual crafts, though. I'm not entirely sure you'd how quickly you'd make your gold back or not on these. All designs are 150k. Currently checking the whole EU realms for cheap patterns too. Most of the gear pieces are down to about 2 to 5k already. Got the dual crafting PvP recipe for 75 gold. There's that's always funny on the first day of the patch. You can usually snag a couple of the recipes like for 75 gold, because that's the if that pattern isn't listed on the auction house, that's the default auction house price for it. It's like 3 times the vendor price or something. So that's the default price for it, which means that yeah, if you are very lucky, you can snag a bargain sometimes that way. But once there's a couple of them already on the auction house, that ceases to happen anymore. I mean, the other option is go do some PvP and try and get the recipes, you know. At this point, if all of the recipes are that kind of price, PvPers have got an easy way to make gold, right? Surely. Just go do some PvP. Just go do some PvP. Hope you pull these out the boxes. 3 patterns at 75 gold, 1 silver, and 2 at 2,000. Yeah, that's crazy.
I will see you again.
Right, got to bang out a couple of world quests. Bang out a couple of world quests because I can't possibly be 100 reputation away. We can't be 100 reputation away. That's just not fair. Hang on. Why have I got a quest here?
Right. Straight to business.
Did I never hand this in?
Good to be of service. These goods will serve you.
Oh, okay.
A satisfactory arrangement.
Okay then. Turns out I never handed that in. Well, there we go. There's my 14 done. GG. GG. Easy game. I can't believe I've done that. There was me about to go do world quests. Sheesh. Oh, I could have popped a hat. It would have only been another 100 rep. Get a nice helm upgrade. Upgrade my 415 helm. Makes up for the fact I accidentally vendored my helm a week or 2 ago. That was a silly move. That's what squirrels get you. Yeah, I don't know how I managed to do that, you know. I don't know how I managed to actually go do the PvP and then completely forget to go hand the quest in to get the rep token for it. I was clearly quite tired by the time I was doing that. So now, where's the quartermaster? Right. We should pick up those, I suppose. There's no harm in not. That's a little upgrade for us. And the helm. That's a nice chunky upgrade, isn't it? From 415 to 454. Don't mind if I do. Yoink. Any of these things we want? Probably. This is annoying. Before long, we're going to have to go and spend all of our Dragon Isles supplies on stuff. Although, every time they release a new patch, I end up needing more and more and more and more and more of them, and I get further and further and further away from the goalposts. Lack of beer made you lose focus? Could be, you know. Could be. Maybe blood alcohol level dipped. Maybe that's the problem. Look at the last page.
My goods are of the highest quality.
Oh, the 1500 for each dream seed. Yeah, that starts to get expensive. Got to get renown 20 for those though. I don't think with enough characters I'll have any real issue with getting enough gigantic dream seeds. It appears you can probably get 4 or 5 a week pretty easily without too much problem anyway. Now, if you're doing that on a few characters, World Quest seems to pop up that awards them. There's definitely I've not paid much attention, but there's definitely 1 or 2 like weekly quests that give you a gigantic dream seed as well. So I don't think I will really need to buy them on alts particularly, but the two once we hit Renown 17, the 2 mounts use Dragon Isle supplies as well. Not gonna be spending 100k on the augment rune, that's for sure. Sunset scales? Whoa, why are these ones so expensive? Renown 14 done, now breakout ATT. Kinda. That's kinda the way. It's kind of how we do. Right, let's put those on. Let's put this on. Boom! Okay. Oh, we've got our seed bloom. Should we go spend our seed bloom on something? Let's go up here. Failed to reach 10 on my alt last night, close to 9, but I was trying to limit my online time a bit. It is, oh, hang on, I'm going to the wrong spot. Yeah, it did end up being a lot more min-maxy than I think a lot of people were expecting. I was watching Mr. GM yesterday for a little bit, and he was literally pulling his hair out trying to get to Renown 10. He was like 9 and 11/12ths. he was like 100 rep away, and there was absolutely nothing he could possibly do to get that 100 rep other than like plant some seeds. And he eventually installed the plumber add-on, looked at the seeds and went like, oh, this add-on's really cool, and then didn't continue to farm seeds. So I don't know how far he got eventually, but
How may I help? Goddess watch over you. Farewell, Del Nagis.
well, there we go. More seeds. Pretty easy first time. Well, yeah, as a human, it would be, yeah. Emerald Dream Energy Bar is quite handy. Little weak aura to max usage of Dream tokens for pets and mounts. Oh, that's handy, yeah. I wonder what actually ends up contributing to that. If it's just like every time you do a world quest or something, or I don't know. Can be used to trade against anything you're not lucky enough to get yourself. Now, I'm thinking, because you can buy the pets, and you can buy the mounts, oh, you can't buy the mounts with Seed Bloom until you've hit Renown 18. Oh, that I didn't know. Oh, there's another reason for even collectors to get to Renown 18 then. These are the mounts that you can, in theory, get by doing from the seeds anyway. I'm thinking it's probably wise to save up my seed bloom, as long as I make sure I do whatever it is I need to do to get my seed bloom. Save it until I then have enough of them to buy everything that it is I want. That means when I'm doing the random activities trying to farm them, it's the 5 quest seed that gives you the seed bloom. Is that what it is? Does it end up being pretty much any activity on the Emerald Dream that counts towards that? Oh, that's cool. Can you tell me the name of the add-on that brings your mini-map to the bottom and spells around it? Ah, it's not an add-on, it's just the default UI. I've just moved it about. I've just moved the default UI about.
Good luck.
It's all just done via this. I've just all moved it places.
What brings you here?
So there's 1, 2, 3, 4 battle pets that I still need from this. Okay. Yeah, okay, so maybe I don't actually want to spend my seed bloom just yet. Thinking about it.
Interesting.
Is it just me that doesn't bother with the min-maxing of the rep? I honestly just wanted to get it out of the way. I knew I was going to play the game a bunch in the first few days, so realistically I just wanted to get it out of the way. And to get to now 14 and to just like feel as if I'm chilling, comfortable now. There'll be another campaign quest or two. Well, what's the 3 chapters of the campaign left? 3 chapters of the campaign. They will like practically guarantee a renown per chapter is the consensus. So that's 15, 16 and 17. Then all it requires me to actually do is 18, 19 and 20 from this point, which will be, you know, just the when world quests when they pop up, a few bits and pieces here or there. It won't be too much of a problem, I don't think, from this point. Once it resets next week as well, and we can do all the weekly quests and stuff again, it should boom 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 boom. Should be good. The 19% buff next Thursday as well is also, yeah, definitely that might for sure help. Should we see what it is we do need to tick off on this list? Oh, I was actually. I remember I was gonna go do my. I was gonna go do the Oh, that's the druid one. I was gonna go get my skinners done. I'll get it eventually anyway. More interested in crafting and selling the PvP stuff at the moment. Yeah, by the looks of things, that's still quite a juicy market, to be honest. It looks like if you can get your hands on the recipes without paying too much on them, it seems like it could be still quite valuable. Oh, this is right at the bottom of the sea. Bought them yesterday, crafted a bunch, threw them around to a few different servers, made $1 million profit. GG. Nice. €308 for a car service checkup. Cars are expensive. Cars are expensive. I don't know how to rectify that in any other way of just saying, yeah, it hurts. Oh, he's dead already. Damn, missed it. I tell you what I haven't done. I haven't checked out what the zone's meta achievement is even. Is there anything fancy schmancy with that one? New suspension on Tuesday to pass MOT, 800 down the drain. Yeah. Yeah, cars are expensive. So, what's the... What's the... please ignore the fact that there are vast quantities of achievements I should have, but I don't. During the Super Bloom, use Feral Overgrow power to summon a powerful Feral Umber Claw 10 times. Okay. Gather 100 errant dreams during the Super Bloom. Contribute a seed at each of the Emerald Bounty locations to help grow the following plants. Oh, okay. Should we just do this one? Gives us an excuse to go do some seeds. Ah, here we go. Dream on. Defenders of the Dream, Adventures of the Emerald Dream, and I Dream of Seeds. Forest Lord Antlers. Complete the following storylines. Okay, that's going to be a time-gated thing. Complete 10 of the following special encounters in the Emerald Dream. Okay, that's killing the rares. And then I Dream a Seed. So this is... Okay, well, let's just do this one then. If I... Achievements. I Dream of Seed. Nice. Display the Dream Seed locations. Nice. Okay. What do we need then? Viridescent Sprout. Where's Viridescent Sprout? That one. Realistically, the smarter way to do this would just be to run around and plant seeds everywhere. And you'll eventually get it anyway, but... a little bit more of an organised approach might help. What's the odds that some of these only show up on certain days as well, actually? That I hadn't considered. Can't do that in combat. Lies. These laden ones are all over the place. Clearly not many people have got the Renown yet. So is this the one? Hey, Viridescent Sprout. Let's get it to at least 50. Come on, people, don't be slackers. I said I was going to save up a bunch of these dewdrops this week, wasn't I, for when it gets a little bit more challenging to farm them so easily. I kind of forgot about that. Hang on, this doesn't show you... Tama's Dragonflight help has changed. This doesn't show you... Why does this now not show you how many dream seeds, dewdrops and stuff you've got on the UI? They've changed it again. Question is do I really need this anymore? Because all it's really doing for me is telling me... Now I've done the rep grind and I know I've done everything possible. All it does is tell me when the next super bloom is. And I know when they are because it's they're the same time every hour. I don't really need a timer for the super bloom, I don't think. Yeah, I don't think I actually need this Tamers one anymore. Tracking the rares doesn't seem to be anywhere near as valuable this time. Although, if I am doing all the things for the rares, that might be handy, I suppose. It is semi-comforting, though, to have a patch where we're not zerging rares like a crazy person. We've done a lot of that this expansion. Although, I wonder if the focus will switch that way later in the week when everybody's finished with their rep.
Interesting.
Ringing Rose. What's this one? Hang on, if it shows us grey, it means I haven't done it, right? No. Where's Ringing Rose then? Dreamer's Daisy. Am I being dumb? Please don't answer that. Okay, Ringing Rose doesn't seem to exist. Oh, it's here. It does exist. I was being dumb. I told you not to answer that. Alright. Local garage chain made an Instagram ad with a dumb blonde chick, and as a woman I'm highly offended. They need to use a man to play that role. It's already bad enough I need to know about engines and cars so I don't get scammed by garages. It's yeah, I don't know what the way out of that is, to be honest. It's just a stereotype that unfortunately I don't think is going anywhere anytime soon. I mean, I noticed the same thing. Like, if we go to if me and the wife go to the garage together, the guy in the garage will instantly talk to me, even though it's my wife's car. So it's no, it's like, I don't know. And then I always worry that if she takes the car to the garage by herself, they're gonna try and start selling a flipping blinker fluid and like premium air for the tires and shit. They do the same with me and my girlfriend, and I can't drive, so the joke's on them. It's crazy how... I mean, yeah, that unfortunately just is one of life's stereotypes. I mean, I don't know my ass from my elbow when it comes to cars. Luckily, my, I guess you call him brother-in-law, is an absolute Khan fanatic, so he basically runs his own garage. He deals with most stuff, car-wise. If it's building computers, though, then somehow I get all the questions. New battery for the seatbelt? Yeah, exactly. I got premium hair in all my blinkers. They once tried to make me buy a car claiming the engine was done, but when exchanging spark plugs, they put grease between the contacts. They'll do shifty stuff, that's for sure.
Interesting. Interesting.
Right, where next? Lofty Lupin. Lofty Lupin, this one. At least I'm getting 5 rep every time I do this. 5 rep. Probably a good way to farm up some crests as well. Where's this one then? Sneaky, sneaky. Ooh. Double bubble bonus. Oh, this one's not up yet. There's a corpse on this one. That's sinister. Okay, well, you're not ready yet, so let's do next on the list. Dragon's Daffodil. Dragon's Daffodil. Still only got 27 out of 90 of the Whelplings ones. I seem to have had more success and easier success getting the Drake's ones rather than the Whelplings ones. I don't know how that's become a thing.
Interesting.
Oh, I don't want to use all of my dewdrops to level this up. I'll put a few in mind. Hell hath no fury like a woman you're trying to cheat out of her 90-100 wage. Blow my lid off, just saying. Casually let it slip that I work for the tax authority. Tend to get good service that way. Yeah, you probably will. Yeah. Don't fuck me or I'll fuck your taxes. How about that? Bounties give the drakes all the time. Whelplings, easy if you do all the world quests and the time rift stream surges and stuff. That's that's probably what it is. Yeah, the excessive use of the bounties at the moment. How many am I? Where are we up to with these? Yeah, 63 drakes, 90 whelplings. Oh, but actually, when I look at the season maximum, 27 out of 90 and 33 out of... Oh, so it's actually quite even. It's actually quite even by the looks of things. I think I'm just going to get rid of this Tammuz weak aura thing now. I don't think I really need this anymore. Unless I can customize it to show more stuff that's interesting. Nah, we'll just turn it off for now. Oh, no, wait, hang on. That's not how you turn it off. Load. Never. Put you back over there. The thing that really matters. All the things. Right, how many more of these do we need? Quite a few, actually.
Interesting.
Is this full? Full. That feeling when a Somnut is actually lootable. Yeah, there is way too many of them that are just like stuck in a cliff. I did notice a lot of that going on. What do we need now? Lofty Lupin we said we still need, which is this one. Let's try that again. See if that's woke up yet. Is there a max per week for the talent points for professions? Yes. Yes, there is, yeah. It does differ depending on what profession it is, but it's around sort of 14, 15 for most professions each week. Obviously, dragon shards are unlimited. You can farm up as many dragon shards as you can possibly farm up, but that's much easier said than done. So yeah, it's more of a soft cap than a hard cap particularly, but bloom's up. We should probably go do the bloom actually. We're running low. We're down to less than 1,000 dewdrops. I wonder if I can just scamaz this and not put much in, because it's only a basic seed anyway. I'm at Renown 14. But my only real way of getting Renown from this point on is completing world quests using the contract and mass seed farming. So I think I'm happy with 14. I'm leaving the house in about 2 hours and I won't be back until Sunday evening. So I think I'm happy with 14. I'm starting to work on the whole completing the zone thing, looking through all the things, finding out where's the stuff we want, chipping away at some of the basic achievements and stuff now. Some more of the slightly less frantic activities. This is a little bit more relaxing, which is what we need at the week on a Friday. Right, we're up to 50 at least. Turned into a casual. What do you mean turned into a casual? I'm the most hardcore casual out there. I define the word casual. Today's only my Wednesday, sadly. I mean, I get that. I get that most people don't always have all the ability to play during the week. This is kind of another part of the reason why I wanted to go hard at the beginning of the week, just so that because I knew I was going away this weekend. I wanted to make sure I'd got my rep stuff done. Admittedly, I got it done a bit faster than I expected, so
Interesting.
we're just chilling a little bit more today.
Interesting.
Glade Goldenrod. Where's Glade Goldenrod? Lava Touch Lilies. Is that on my list? That is on my list. Let's go do that one. Then at least I know that one's done. Where even is the seed? Hello? Hang on, I swear I did this one yesterday. Maybe it's that you have to plant a seed in it and not just contribute to it. Maybe that's why. What's the add-on for the easy pins on the map? It's actually Zygor that's letting me do that. To be able to do this, I just shift and click or somewhere on the map and it will do this. If that's what you mean. Yeah, that's Zygor, although there's a bunch of other non-paid add-ons that achieve the same. Keep saying I have loot already, but I do not. It is actually quite easy to bug out the seed locations. There's one down here actually. This whatever this one's called, the one at the very southern part of the map. That one bugged out for me the other day. Kept telling me I had loot to collect there, and it just wasn't there. If you are planting seeds and flying off and doing something else, and then trying to come back to them, it can bug out, unfortunately. Because Blizzard's a multi-dollar company, you know. That one just gave you a mount? Oh, nice. I think I've only had 2 of the mounts so far, I think. Yeah, I think I've had 2. Now the question is Are you actually up, or am I just being skamazed again? Should we find out? Find out if I'm being scammed. Oh no, primalists are here to slay. Kill things then. Sheesh! It wasn't a lie. Oh dear. Oh dear. Pet didn't do pet things. I must have had this ping me about 700 times on Wednesday, and every time I came over here the event wasn't actually up. I wonder if they've fixed that via a hotfix, or whether I just got very lucky that it is actually up this time. I think this notification was going off every time this creature over here was spawning, and this is part of the campaign quest, so it was spawning like constantly throughout the day. It's been hotfixed, has it? Okay, nice. Oh, there we go. There's the actual rare. I need you for Adventure of the Emerald Dream anyway. Nice. That rare took my last Dark Moon hat. I was quite lucky actually. Well, on day one when I was doing the rep grind for the first time, I went through all of my Dark Moon hats that I bought. Doing it yesterday on my main hunter, I went through half as many. It goes to show just how quickly you can zerg through the content once you've already like done it once and know what you're doing and where you're going. Yeah, it took me half as long to do the same amount of farming yesterday. Although that said, playing on my hunter, I rarely die. I mean, that's famous last words, obviously, but... Okay, let's go back to that Dream Seed now. That one should be ready. Free treasure, don't mind if I do. What? 3 tattered welder cloth? Is that all I got from that? No, I clearly didn't put many dewdrops into that one. Oops. Did it take it off my list though as one that... Lava touched lilies. Lava touched lilies better not be on my list anymore. No, it's gone. Right, cool. Okay, we don't need to look. We just literally need to plant something in these. Right. Glade goldenrod or something. That one. Go away, you. You're not welcome. More mog. Should we... Have we got enough to plant... We've got enough to plant something proper here, haven't we? Oh, I completely forgot about the super bloom. Oops. My bad. My bad. I'll tell you what, I'm really tired. I'm really tired. I can tell I'm really tired. It's been a long week. Long week playing video games. I know. I know how it sounds. Right, let's leave that to do its thing. Super Bloom's in the last stage. Can I maybe go snag a bit of easy dewdrop farming? You need a squirrel emote on the channel? I do. I definitely do. Right. Let's see if we can get some stuff done.
Again. Come on, you creaky old tree. We have work to do.
I didn't pick up any of my my super bloom buffs, but is anybody else noticing this? That it's seemingly not an absolute walk in the park to get these to epic anymore. I wonder if they've made it either people are just not doing the full event and so the bloom is not. They've definitely made it harder. I think it's probably because a lot of people have learned to just turn up at the end for the dewdrops. And are not really you're not really walking with him. That's when you get most of this bloom, is when you're just casually walking with him for the first 10 minutes. But that's hella boring, right? That's the very monotonous part of it. So people are turning up, like what I've just done, turning up after 13 minutes, taking down the end boss, GG, see you later. There's actually an interesting mechanic with this. If you end up... this probably won't happen for a little while. Or if you happen to be on like an absolutely dead shard, or you're doing it at like stupid o'clock in the morning or something, your ability, your power gets like... You get like an extra buff that gives you like 500% damage or something. And you just turn into Rambo so that you can basically solo it. Which is quite clever. Meaning that even once, you know, the zone dies, you should, in theory, if you're still farming it, be able to. How'd you get the contract? Do literally this. Do the super blooms. It drops from the super blooms. $7,700. See, realistically, you should still be running around doing this, look. You should have a bunch of people, presumably lower level or undergeared people, running around collecting everything around the edge. There we go, 8,000, cool. What did we get? A dream seed and 30 supplies. Boom. Nuke! Get wrecked. And dead. Beautiful. Gigantic dream seed. Don't mind if I do. Right, let's go claim our spoils from this dream seed up here. Hang on, laden some nuts. I'll claim my nuts. Nuts are in the tree. There's another one around here somewhere. Where are you? On the floor, chilling. Huh? Tough to dream saber fur? Oh, that's a leatherworking knowledge point. Okay, I forgot those exist. My brain's not switched on for for profession knowledge points. Oh my god, random branches. How has this game not developed a way to like blur the change the opacity of leaves when they're like in your face? Why have they not developed this technology yet? So that you can still see where you're going. A tree is cool, right? But you don't need leaves in your face permanently. So Van's had the right idea with Teldrassil. Just burn it to the ground. Get done with it. See you later. Just move on. Move on. My work here is done. Right. Dreamer's Daisy. Where's Dreamer's Daisy's right next door, look. Dreamer's Daisy. Can we plant one at Dreamer's Daisy and then go get that rare? No, because Dreamer's Daisy is not awake. Let's go do the rare then. Ristar the Rabid. Where is he then? I sense he's down here somewhere. A branch-free package for the low price of only $9.99. Fang of the Frenzy Nightclaw. A 343 trinket. Damaging spells and abilities have a chance to call a Nightclaw to eviscerate the target. Oh, I think I got that on my other character as well. Yoink. Upgrade's an upgrade. Oh, somebody's planted a seed on the one I needed to plant a seed on. Damn you. I mean, I'll go and help you. I'll go drop a dewdrop on it, but damn you. Get it to 50. What's the next one on my list then? Belligerent something or others. That one. Oh, damn. If you add a seed, it still counts as planting it, I think. It might do. It might do. I'm just trying to actually do the planting. Go away, big dude. Go away, big dude. Go away, big dude. Oh, crap on a stick. Oh, it defo does? Oh, okay. The irony is I probably was about 90% complete for this achievement on my alt. Because I actually did seed farming on that, but now I'm on my main. It's clearly not an account-wide tracked thing. If you add a seed, it still counts. Okay. Few dewdrops in there. Right. Oh, so I actually gained... Okay. Dreamer's Daisy. So... Why didn't I get anything for that Dreamer's Daisy one then? Did I put a seed in that? Oh, it does count. Yeah, okay. So even if you turn up late, put a seed in it, you're good. Okay, nice. Lullaby Lavender. This one next. We'll wait for this, though. This is only 8 seconds away. I need one more location, but it's the one near the Super Bloom. Only apparently spawns a couple of times an hour. Whisper Bloom Sapling. Yeah, I need that one too. Okay, this is still a minute and a half off. It is pretty chill, pretty relaxing, just flying around, planting seeds and killing a few things here and there, and it's seemingly a lot more chill and relaxing. I did not feel at any point this level of relaxment in the cavern, right? The cavern, there was always, I don't know whether it was because there was constant pings of rares popping up, and then I don't know what it was. This is chill. This isn't so chill it's going to last me 12 months though, which is a concern, but this is kind of chill. This is chill for as long as you still need pets and mounts and stuff. You get your flights, you get your, some of the basic crests from this, some Drake's crests. In that regard it's pretty chill. So much so that I kind of don't want to farm this too much on alts as a way to get the pets and mounts. Because then once I've got all the pets and mounts, I might lose a lot of the desire to continue doing these. Because at that point, what do you actually need off them? In my opinion, the zone itself's pretty chill. The aesthetics and the style of the zone I like. There's no I can't deny that. I do like the way that the zone is. It's a nice overall zone. I I wish some of the side quests actually led to something. I wish kind of like there was a reason outside of just the big rep token at the end of some of these side quest lines to have really done them, which there doesn't seem to be. It kind of feels a lot like you've done intro quests for a new little side area, but then it just kind of stops abruptly. It says like, oh, thanks for doing this, and then they just wave you goodbye. Which seems a bit odd. The zone feels like it needs a little bit something else. Ooh, what's this? A field signet. Comforting warm emanates from its honey drop gem. It's not actually an upgrade for me, but if I was to upgrade it, it would be. Is it BOE? Oh, it is a BOE ring. I bet they're free on the auction house by now. Thanks for doing this. Here's some rep. Now fuck off. I'm busy. That is kind of how it feels, you know. That is kind of how it feels. Like there's some little side areas where you expect them to maybe open up into a new thing. Like there's this Eye of Ysera area at the top here. There's a bunch of NPCs and all sorts going on up there. You would kind of think that there would be some feature, something up there, you know. Zereth Mortis had the... I still refer back to Zereth Mortis because I still genuinely think that that was one of the better zones that Blizzard has made in the last decade. It was one of those, we didn't really realise what we had at the time at the end of Shadowlands, but Zereth Mortis genuinely I think was definitely one of the better zones. It had things that opened and unlocked, it had like, you know, it had the climbing mini game in it. It had you had the whoa, loads of materials from that. You had the Genesis farming for building the pets, and obviously the trickery on how to find them all, or the recipes to unlock all of the pets and mounts in the first place. It just felt as if it had a lot more to it. The different aspects of the area also felt quite nice. Oh, this is the one I need to do. The one right at the south. The one that always bugs out for me. It was a step up on the moor. Well, anything was a step up on the moor. This was the problem. That was one of the most unforgiving, most painful places that they've ever made. But when you look at them... The interesting thing is, right, when, like, don't shoot the messenger here. When you look at the moor from a actual gameplay perspective, it was pretty unique. They took a big risk with the moor. The problem is that it was just too punch you in the face, right? It was just too brutal being there. Not being able to even mount up. Being only able to theoretically be there for so long until the eye just zapped you. Everything in there, because it was the brand new start of an expansion, absolutely slapped. It was dark and gloomy. Everybody hated the moor for good reasons, but from a gameplay perspective, from a gameplay perspective, it wasn't terrible. It was relatively unique. It had some cool mechanics in there. But it was just a touch too brutal. Honestly, it was just a touch too brutal. It could have done with, softening up a touch. Stinky hole with a roving eye, yeah. It was unique, but there was nothing to really do. I mean, it was an interesting twist, the fact that they tried to make a zone where you were only really meant to be there for, like, so long. That's one of the things that... I mean, the Emerald Dream is clearly going to suffer from that, right? That while it's a nice, chill, relaxing zone to be in, there's also not a lot in the zone, meaning that in 10 minutes time, people have finished it, right? I've done it twice in 2 days on 2 characters, and I've like cleaned the map twice. So now, short of just like desperately finding something to do, desperately hunting down achievements and stuff, these seeds will grow old very quickly once people have got most of the pets and most of the mounts from them. This is an activity. Isn't really an activity, is it? When you think about it, this is gather some once an hour, run around, gather some microcurrency, and then go put it in a slot machine that takes 3 minutes to give you a reward. The gameplay of this is non-existent, really. So it's a mechanic that will wear thin pretty quick. Got my ATT done to 70% already in the new zone. Goes pretty fast. I mean, I've got mine on account mode at the moment, which is probably why it's showing a lot less, but I also think that, yeah, you might be right there. And this is hopefully now we're obviously likely to have the issue here that it's we've got a whole year to think about this, but delves have if delves end up being what they claim they want delves to be, delves could be something that is, you know, interactive, actual gameplay that people slowly chip away at. This is why I still think to this day Torghast was very good. I still think Torghast was very good. It had a level of gameplay. You actually had to go through and kill things and play your character, and you know it was it had an element of gameplay about it, and it wasn't just a case of this is a time sink. Admittedly, yes, making people go in there twice a week against their best desires was a poor choice. But as a expansion level feature, which clearly is what delves are going to be for the next expansion, right? As an expansion level feature, I think Torghast was not bad at all. They could, once again, they theoretically could have done so much more with it. But Ian's recently said that Blizzard have this approach now where they often make things with the design of just straight nuking it. That they have no intention of actually continuing on with it, which I always think is sometimes odd. Surely if something is shown to be a success, you should maybe look at developing it further. Why? Like, I'm not going to go as far as to say that Torghast was like a golden goose or anything, but it sure as hell had a lot of potential. There was a huge amount more they could have done with Torghast. But they chose to not, which I think is a shame. I had a ton of fun with Torghast, at least when I wanted to go in there and not when I was forced to do it. Being forced for player powers really, really soured it. Yeah, you've probably got a very similar opinion to most people. That it was the vast... It was the vast, forceful nature of the zone that put it, you know, that really stretched it thin for some people. This Whisper Bloom sapling one's not even on the map half the time, by the looks of things. There's not even a dirt pile around here. Been waiting 20 minutes for it, no luck. Yeah, the dirt pile even's not here. Let's go do the Emerald Frenzy quickly then. Getting Touch of Death to cleave and have 0 cooldown was very fun. Well, this was it, right? It was just, Torghast was just a really good sandbox for you to go and do stupid things in. Which is often what is needed in this game, because I think retail ends up getting way too serious way too quickly for a lot of people. Even though it has this kind of very, you know, casual, cartoony, friendly sort of exterior to it sometimes. Like, it's super easy for, like, retail to just get very serious. I mean, I guess it only does that if you really let it, but, like, it is kind of, you know, Torghast was kind of fun to just run in there and absolutely blast for half an hour. Roll some silly build that makes one ability to just do absolute chaos. And it's fine, because then you step out of there and you're chilling, right? It doesn't matter anymore. Nothing you do in Torghast should really have ever had any effect on you outside of Torghast. Yeah, you could consider, you know, Torghast as like the therapy room. The therapy room for sweaty WoW players. To go and blow off some steam. And I'm very aware how silly that sounds. %. 99. Boom. 100. Okay. So yeah. This last I wonder if this maybe only spawns when the Super Bloom dude isn't here or something like that. Maybe so it's like only up very periodically. Maybe that's its thing.
Interesting.
Not sure. I'm going to grab a drink real quickly, boys and girls. Back in 2.
Interesting.
Okay, is this one spawned yet? Not yet. If it's the Whisper Bloom sapling, it spawns at 50 minutes past. So we saying it's going to spawn in 8 minutes. If that's the case, I'm willing to wait 8 minutes for it. What else do we need then? What else do we need? We need the Adventures of an Emerald Dream. Is that killing all of the rares? That one's the one killing all of the rares, isn't it? So we'll have to start working on these. What is... Is there anything... Oh no. Oh no. Oh, there's no... Is there no family battler? Is there no family... Is there no pet things, pet dailies
Interesting.
in this zone? We got the races to do. Nope, finally. Sadly not. I've just realised that. There's no pet battles in this new zone. For all of the new pets and stuff we can get, they didn't add any pet battles in the new zone. Okay. The seeds I sow contribute 100 seeds. You get the Blossom Bringer title. Okay. That will... We've done 60 of 100 already. Lots of Mog. Few battle pets we still need. Mog is less of a thing for me. What's these? Treasures, profession. Oh, these are the profession There's 3, 6, 9 easy blacksmithing ones I should go get then. It's the only profession I still need stuff on. Although for all the things purposes, I should probably go collect them all anyway. Just got my 3rd snoozles. Why are they bind on pickup and not cageable? Probably because otherwise collectors would just buy them all on day 1 and then complain even more that there's nothing to do. But you are right. Yeah. It could, and it... I mean, it's, you know, maybe it's not super lucrative, but did many people make much off the pets from the rifts, for example? Did many people sort of, you know, end up selling a bunch of those pets, maybe? I got 7 mounts of the same mounts yesterday. It was insane. There's that one mount that's meant to be rare that I think they've pressed the wrong button on it because it's not rare. I've had it like 3 or 4 times and had to delete the damn thing. Yeah. What's it called? I've probably still got one in my bag somewhere. I can't remember what it's called, but yeah, there's one that's the one that's meant to be the rare one that drops from the seeds, which I think is what is kind of ultimately meant to be the stretch goal, or what was meant to be the stretch goal. People have had it like 4 or 5 times already, which is weird. I'm currently waiting for the one last Whisper Bloom sapling I need for the I Dream of Seeds achievement. This apparently spawns in 3 minutes, according to insider information. And I'm also checking through all the things on what stuff I might want to chase after. Aqua Dream Talon? Where does that come from? From a quest? Prerequisites that must be completed? Reigns of the Aqua Dream Talon. I wonder if that's going to be one of the final campaign quests, maybe. Aqua Dream Talon. A hope is never without worth. Emerald Dream. A little hope is never without worth. A little hope is never... What was it called? Okay, Wowhead doesn't know that that quest exists. That's a good start. A little hope is never without worth. That's a 23-day quest chain, but it appears to be bugged at the moment. Ah, okay. This. Seems to be a bunch of things. Nurse the plant back to health, some water. Consult an expert in the central encampment. Pick up the bucket, fill the bucket, water the plant, speak to the plant. Unfill the bucket, filled bucket, whatever. Some minerals, collect some fish bones, blah, blah, blah. Ask Professor for advice. Ash is book. Blah, 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 blah. Maybe this is kind of what I'm talking about, you know? Maybe this is kind of the consistent something to work on. That maybe is in the zone, but not yet. If that makes sense. Starts at the Smouldering Sprout just south of the main camp. Okay. Right. 1 minute apparently. Let's see if Kahani's right. Let's see if it does spawn at the 50th minute of every hour. Handy note states that there's a quest that needs to open it up. There's a few, right? So like this burning out that's showing on the map now, this is because of a quest, an add-on that's showing this. Burning out is one that starts. There's another one up here somewhere where you pick up a piece of paper and it leads to other things. Some of these are locked behind further steps in the campaign. Right, 1350. Hey! Go on, put a proper one in it. Put a proper one in it. Gigantic's dream seed it up. Boom! I dream of seeds. I should have put a basic one in there, really, if this only spawns once an hour. Otherwise, people are going to turn up to this and they might not have any gigantic dream seeds left and they might cry. Oops, I didn't think about that. I thought about myself and myself only. I'm a terrible human being. So funny me doing stuff on a prot warrior and there's always a lock pet and demon hunters fighting for aggro. I let them, I don't care, I just want the kill. I mean, yeah, I'm the same. I try to remember to switch off aggro on pet if I spot that there's clearly a tank. But at the same time, I sometimes forget. Is it maxed out yet? Is it maxed out? It's getting there. Calandru? What's this? Another one from a quest. I need to bring a druid over here, don't I, really? Pick up all of these druid appearances. Let's have a look at the rares, though. What drops from any of these rares? We need to go on a bit of a rare world tour, as it is anyway. Is there anything of particular interest to me? Toys or anything like that is what I'm interested in, I suppose. Mog is Mog. We get Mog as and when we get Mog, but toys are more fun. What's that? Druid, keen-eyed dream saber form for druids. Technique, winding slitherdrake hairy chin from the keen-eyed cyan. Teaches how to craft winding slitherdrake hairy chin. Scribes, get on that one. Oh shit, this thing's finished already. Keen-eyed cyan can be completed daily. 130,000 gold is the going rate for this recipe right now. Get on it, scribes. Forget that contract business.
Interesting.
Plumber's bugged out now. Showing chests all over where there are none. I had it bug out a few times. I didn't find a fix for it, unfortunately, though. So yeah, that could be a good one for scribes to go after. Molten lava ball. 500,000 gold on my realm right now. Hello. Begin a molten ritual to summon a ball of lava. Big dick toy. I mean, it'd be rude not to, right? Right, let's see if we can get 500,000 gold pet toy, I mean. Is this his lava ball that you end up being able to make, I guess? Do we think that realm hopping shenanigans is feasible to find the rares faster? Do we think that that's a thing? Hopping in and out of these seed farms on different realms. Although nobody seems to want to let me in. Maybe they heard me. Dryad Fire Drill waitlist. Can only bring in 4 people at once. Tips appreciated. Oh, that's genius. That's genius. Somebody's clearly figured out how to make this world quest work and are now selling access to the world quest. Absolute genius. Absolute genius. Love that. I love people's creativity with that. Absolute genius. It's basically party sync. I've done it for a few people. I'm not sure if that even phased me, you know. I'm not even sure that phased me. Oh, it did. It did. Go on, phase me, get me the rare. Get me the rare. Molten Binder Disciple. I think I've killed this one already. Didn't get the toy though. It's Super Bloom time again, isn't it? Super Bloom time again already. Comes around fast, that. We need to do something for the Super Blooms. There's an achievement to do a certain thing with the Super Blooms, isn't there? What is it? Acquire every Super Bloom Dream Fruit power at least once. During the Super Bloom, use the Feral Overflow power to summon a summon. Gather errant dreams. That's probably needs the Dream Gatherer. Right, let's give that a go then. Got that one on accident. I imagine this is the way that most people get their achievements, to be fair, is they have no idea that they're doing something and then something just magically happens. Probably the advantage of being able to pick up more perks, that you can tick them off your list a bit faster. I think I'm up to 3 now. Where's right. Basket of explosive acorns. Right, we'll take basket of explosive acorns. Feral Overflow or Dream Gatherer. For every 200 bloom you earn, summon a powerful creature that when killed earns more bloom. Okay, so we need to do this like 10 times or something. Okay. We got to go insect swarming like a crazy person. Oh, hang on. Gone the wrong way. Where's he going? He's going this way. Let's make sure we don't go too far away from him. Lost him. Where's he gone? Where's he gone? This way. I'm not leaving the super bloom. He's right here. Relax, game. Stressing at me. What did it say? For every 200 or something? They are pretty creative with some stuff. I'll give them that. Oh, there we go. 45. For every 200 bloom you earn, summon a powerful creature that when killed earns more bloom. $55. Did it say for every 200? And then you kill these things and you get more bloom by killing these things, apparently. Plus 15 bloom. 85. Okay, I see. 90. Was it every 100 or 200?
Quite refreshed.
$190. $195. $200. Please come this way. Please come this way. And we need to do that like 10 times. Okay. I see. Any good method to farm flight stones to upgrade the gear? I don't know about particularly farming flight stones. I've not thought about farming flight stones, to be honest, just because by proxy of just playing the new zone a lot, you end up with a bunch of them. You get a small amount of flight stones for nearly everything you do, so I've not really thought heavily about actually farming them. Yeah, I do think you'll probably end up with a bajillion of them if you're just playing. If you're semi-actively playing in the new zone, you should end up with more than enough of them. Crests will 100% be your bottleneck. I don't think you need to worry too much about farming the flight stones. But yeah, just do things in the new zone and you'll be good.
Stay with us, old timber. We need you awake.
You farming for anything particular from the super blooms? I'm just trying to chip away at some of the achievements and stuff now in the zone. There's some achievements with a super bloom that require you to pick up pretty specific powers and do some extra stuff. Achievement hunting, basically. Keeping it chill now. Done the rep grind for the week. Got to Renown 14. I'm happy at 14. I'm not pushing further than that, nor am I exploiting to get further than that. $30, $40, $50. Okay, yeah, this adds up quite quickly, doesn't it, by the looks of things? As long as you've got the right ability, you should be good. Oh, actually, we get to pick another one here, look.
It seems no matter how many times we pull out the weeds, they sprout right back. Oh well.
What did that say?
Just try
Offer a snack to the energetic Nadra, then help them rescue their young. I have no idea what that means. I picked it because it was epic. One of the seed locations is bugged, says I need to collect a ward, but there's none nearby. Can't finish the achievement now. I've had them bug out for me, but by the time I log in the next day, they're unbugged again. So, yeah, I know that's not really overly helpful, but that's my experience of it anyway. I've not figured out an actual way to make them unbug themselves, but I didn't particularly try very hard either, to be honest. Alright, this achievement looks like it's probably only going to take me a couple of super blooms to do. So as long as I can get that power, I think it's a common power for the feral overpower, so it shouldn't be too difficult.
Crown, you're snoring again.
Is there anything to know about this one? Nadre Nibbles. Offer a snack to the energetic Nadra, then help them rescue their young. I haven't figured out what the hell that means, but considering it's an epic one, I don't particularly want to waste it in case it takes me a year to get it again. I'm in a bee costume now. I can't get off. Is that? Are you up the north part somewhere? I had that happen. If you click on a honey thing near the tree or something. I'm stuck in a bee. It's your own fault for stealing honey. Yeah, exactly. Oops, joke's on you. Now you're stuck. Yeah, you can just click off the buff. If you right click the buff on your hotbar at the top. It's quite funny. I'm a bee. $195. Here we go. Another Feral Umbraclaw. You don't want your whole raid doing these because these summon some pretty tanky dudes. Spicy meatballs. How far did we get? 6 out of 10. Okay, if I knew what I was doing at the beginning, I probably could have completed this achievement in one go. But it might take another shot at it now. Although we are still miles away from the epic one. They've definitely tweaked and tuned this, I reckon. Either that or people are just AFKing it so hard and they're not. Maybe it's because people are not picking up these powers. These powers seem to, like, if more people use the powers, it seems to snowball the amount of bloom. And if people aren't picking up the powers and aren't doing what the powers gives them. Because this Feral Overflow one, for example, it spawns more creatures that give more bloom, and that bloom is going to give other people progress towards their 200, and it's going to spawn more and more and more, and it's a snowball effect. And then it should make this bloom easy peasy. But if people aren't picking up the powers and they aren't doing the things that the powers ask them to do, because people are just turning up at the end to farm a bit of dewdrops and then dip, could get a bit tricky to hit epic, which I think is good, right? That's as far as I'm concerned, that's nice balance, you know. You should actually have to, you know, do the right thing to get the biggest reward. Yeah, we're still at 6. We're about to hit 7. Oh, we should have been at 7 now. Do we actually have to both spawn it and kill it? Summon a powerful Feral Umbraclaw. It should have summoned already. Maybe they don't summon at this stage anymore, because there's already enough going on. What's this one? Nadra Nibbles. Nadra Nibbles.
Life may be fragile, but it is resilient.
From what I can tell, after picking up this, you'll be able to see a fish mount or vehicle near the path of the event. You can right click it to enter it. When I did So mounted it worked. Then you can fly and rescue small fish in bubbles through flying through them. Overall feels like a weak power. Oh. Well, I've completely missed where that was then. Although I do have this buff for 22 minutes, so maybe I can go back and find it after this. Spicy pumpkin soup for lunch means cold beer. Ooh, that sounds very tasty. Both the pumpkin soup and the beer. It is Friday after all. And it's 5 PM somewhere. Oh god, it's gone 3 PM actually. Oh sheesh. Sheesh. I need to I'm not meant to be streaming this long today. I got shit to do. Okay, nice. Let me add a curiosity. Okay, we got 6 out of 10 of that. Add a curiosity. Then we go back to the beginning bit, because apparently there's some fish vehicle or something you pick up or something. Where was the bit we stop at? Oh lord, I'm lost now. What do I still need? Do we need the superb loom? Weave a layer of superb armor that reduces damage taken. Superb loom. The superb loom. Yes, we need that one. Yoink. And now we don't. I still haven't worked out how this offer a snack to the energetic Nadra, then help them rescue their young. I picked this one up round here. A fish mount vehicle near the path of the event. I can't remember where the path of the event goes. I think we walk down here, don't we? Maybe it's right back at the beginning. They're just random fish, you're not missing much? Okay. I'm just intrigued. It was what was considered an epic power, you know? It makes it sound as if it might be something to pay attention to. Oh well. Either way, another super bloom done. Made a bit of progress. Progress is good. Alright, fine. We've chipping away at it slowly but surely now, which is nice. We'll continue this on Monday, boys and girls. I've got to love you and leave you. I know the stream has been a bit shorter today, but I'm away for the weekend. I've agreed to help. Well, namely, I've agreed to help the father-in-law do some woodwork, as it's that time of the year. So I'm busy for the weekend. I'll be back late on Sunday, but it means we'll be streaming again on Monday. Thank you all for joining this week. It's been a fun few days for sure for me. A very fun few days. I hope you guys have all got your Dotty pet. I hope you've been enjoying patch 10.2. I know the goal making side of things, I've not focused on it all that much, to be honest, but there's the most recent video on my YouTube channel gives you a short list of sort of 10 things you could be doing to make a bit of gold. But of course, at the moment, there's lots of other things to distract you, lots of good fun stuff to be doing. So thank you all for joining. Have yourselves a wonderful weekend. Don't play too many video games. Make sure you touch at least some grass, and I don't mean this green grass around here. But have fun. Have an enjoyable weekend, and I'll see you all on Monday, boys and girls. Peace.